Good morning. This is Anka Metcalf with TradeOutloud.com, and this is the pre-market game plan for major future indices, gold and oil, for Tuesday, September 13th, 2016, and it is 8:40 a.m. Eastern Time. Yesterday we had an extreme rally, and it took price all the way to 18 to 81. So this is the new resistance that we have formed on the hourly chart and also on the daily chart. Since forming this high yesterday, and this was at about 3 p.m. Eastern Time, we started the decline in the Asian session, and right at the European session, we had a small bounce. Now, this small bounce formed resistance at 18,165 and support at 18,114. Now, this is going to be our guideline moving forward. Remember, we're a very neutral territory here. So if this area holds at 18,118, all the way to 18,100, this is going to be the cushion of support right here, right into 18,100. Anything below 18,100, any trigger below this price level will continue all the way into 18,020. Now, why did I select 18,020? Well, this is support on the daily chart. So that's why I made a note here. Now, it all depends on how the price is going to react if we should get a downside all the way into 18,020. Because if we consolidate weak at this price level, there is a chance for us to revisit the 18,000 and even go for a steeper correction and revisit the lows. So everything is going to be first step looking at the support level right here, all the way to this low right here of 18,100. So 18,100 is support, and if we get a confirmation in the New York session that we have a chance of continuing higher, remember this area can be bought, very tight stop below this 100 level. I would even put a buy order at 18,120 and have a first target all the way into 18,150, 18,160, and then move all the way to 18,200. So this is going to be the target for the long side. And a third target coming in all the way at 18,245 area. And then again, we will revisit this area to see if we have the power to continue higher into 18,300. But don't forget, this is the hourly chart, and this is going to be the clue right here. We're in very neutral territory. 18,120 right now is trying to hold, forming a cushion all the way into 18,100. So this is the key here. Below, we can go lower, and above this high, we can continue higher. Let's move to NQ. NQ has been stronger yesterday, so formed a new high resistance level at 47.69. Asian session took it lower, and actually you can see that it's trying to reverse here at the London session. So the London session support is 47.28, so it's really trying hard to hold this area. Now this is going to be our guide for the New York session as long as 47.28 will hold, and if we get a pop over 47.40, we have odds of continuing higher into a first target of 47.53, 47.62 and change, and all the way into this prior yesterday's high, 47.70, and even higher, we have room to 47.80, which an area in which we have this 200 period moving average. Now for the downside, in case we breach 47.25 and even 47.20 area, we might have odds of continuing lower. And why? Because we have a tradable void formed yesterday. So where's the price going to go? Well, the next targets are going to be into 4,700, and 4,700 is a lot of support on the daily chart. So I'm going to make a note on my chart here. And if we break this low right here, there's nothing that can probably stop price of revisiting the prior low. All right, let's move to ES. ES has been continuing to be weaker than NQ, and it's along the lines with YM this morning. We have support at 2135, and we have resistance at 2140, 2141. So we have a 5 point game plan for ES here. If we breach the 2135 area, we have a clear void of continuing lower, but let's not forget that we have daily resistance all the way at 2120. So this is the area right here. So this ES has a lot of room to continue lower into the daily support level. So if this is going to be the case, and as you can see right now, we're really trying to push through these lows right here that were formed basically in the London session. So remember, it had the widest void to go to 2120, and if this area will not hold, and if we're not going to bounce off this area, remember, there's a chance of revisiting prior lows. Let's move on to CL. Okay, CL is testing support right here, and actually we have a triple bottom at $45. We have oil numbers that are coming in tomorrow at 10:30, so we still have some wiggle room to play with CL until then. CL is basing weak right here, and the fact that it's testing yesterday's lows is giving me some clues as to it really wants to break this area. So a breach of $45 can continue lower into $44.50 and into $44. And right now, the clue, and for me, the stop is going to be into the 45.25 area. So it's going to be a probably 25 cent stop. But I have room for 2 hours into 44.50, and actually 4 hours into $44. So this makes it a good risk to return trade. So I will keep an eye on my CL right here. So remember, I would consider this a short under $45, but I will wait for the pit to open, and that's going to be in approximately 15 minutes. GC has started to trade, so New York session, and we have a lot of resistance at 1335.80 formed from overnight, last night at 10 o'clock actually, and we had a bottom formed of support right here at 1331. In the London session, we try to break through the prior high. We stopped at this point 1334.70, and we came in, we breached support at 1331, and we're coming in right now, double bottom 1324 support level right here. There are multiple levels of daily support right here and hourly support at 1324, so this holds the key. So a break below 24.25 area is definitely going to take it lower, and the next support level that we see inside is going to be 1310. So this is the next area that we're going to look for a target. However, there is no entry at this point. I mean, the risk to reward is way too big right here for a trade. So I suggest you wait this one out. It would be probably a 5-point stop the way I'm looking at it right now. So it's going to be 25, and the stop you would have to evaluate at over 1330. So wait it out a little bit, wait for the pattern to give you a better entry and take a better decision. Now, remember that if price is going to travel higher into 1335, you can't look at this long as a bounce off a double bottom. So consider this area right here at 1325 as well. So that's why we need to wait it out and see whether it is basing weekly, whether it is basing weak into this low right here at 1335, and that's going to give us a clue to short, or if it's trying to bounce off this area, remember this can be a buy area, and right now it's in neutral territory. So the 15-minute chart shows the 200 moving average right above 1330. So we're going to wait it out a little bit. Don't forget that tomorrow we have a free webinar. So if you're interested in learning how to trade futures, we're going to talk about how you can do that in tomorrow's free webinar that is hosted at 7 p.m. It is a live webinar. You need to register. And if you need more information, you can email me at info@traderallo.com, or you can visit our social media, Facebook and Twitter. Our Twitter handle is UncomitCaf, and also Facebook Trade Out Loud. Visit us for more information on how you can register there. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you all have a very profitable trading day.